Hello, my name's Mike Abbott and I'm the Group Manager of Co-operative Childcare, and I want to talk a little bit today for about 15 minutes or so about how we're building a cooperative vision here at the Co-operative Childcare. I'm going to touch on a few things. I'm going to talk about the growth that we've undergone in the last 2.5 years as we've grown from a very small regional provider to start to fulfil our aim of becoming a national provider in the childcare sector. I'm going to talk something about the government proposals that have been talked about quite a lot this year with regard to particularly ratios and training for our staff and colleagues. I'm going to talk about how we are focused at the Cooperative Childcare on improving the quality for our children, something that our parents demand and that our colleagues are looking to deliver every day when they go into their nurseries. One of the most key things that we have at Cooperative Childcare is the difference that we give to our children in terms of the values that we demonstrate, both in the day-to-day behaviours that they show and in the ownership of our parents, of the membership structure that we have, and the democracy and the democratic involvement that our parents have in the running of our nurseries. So we'll touch on that too. It's been an exciting time in the Cooperative Childcare over the last 2.5 years. We've grown from just 6 nurseries to now 49 nurseries, with another nursery to arrive on June the 1st when we deliver the final nursery of this year at the head office at the Body Shop. We're part of a quite diverse and segmented sector in the childcare sector, with over 15,000 nurseries, but the largest 20 providers providing less than 10% of market share. So it's a very segmented sector, and it's something where we've got a big opportunity as the Cooperative Childcare. If we can get the values right, if we can get the quality right, and we can really deliver what parents are demanding from great quality childcare, which is not cheap in any nursery in the UK, then we really believe we've got a massive opportunity for delivering some fantastic nurseries to our parents and also having a significant effect on Midcounties. 77% of nurseries in the UK are actually smaller than the majority of our nurseries. Our average nursery size is around 69 places. The majority of nurseries, privately owned, are significantly smaller than that. And in order that we can deliver real value, we need to deliver much more professional, slightly larger settings, but still very homely in feel. What we've found in recent months is that with the pressures that the sector is under, with the economy, with the difficulties that the economy is facing, there has been a pressure on nurseries. Fewer people using nursery places wherever they can. They're getting friends and family to look after children. But the studies that are out there show that the best outcomes for children are achieved through a very good quality nursery experience. There's an EPI project that's been going for a number of years that proves that children's outcomes at the age of 16 are best when they have been schooled and educated from a very early age in a nursery environment. So it's something we're very committed to as a cooperative. It's something we're passionate about and something we're really looking to grow based on our quality of care. So we've grown significantly. We're a national business. We range from Newcastle in the north, where we have 3 nurseries, right the way down to the south coast, where we've got nurseries in Dorset and Southampton, as well as in the core heartland of Midcounties, where we have a number of nurseries. The focus being very much on the quality, however. We've been very excited with some great, outstanding Ofsted results in recent months, and we aim to continue to deliver that. Our aim is for all of our nurseries to be either good or outstanding, and we are driving to deliver that quality. We now sit at 6th place in the league table of larger providers, and it really has been quite an exciting growth over the last 2.5 years. We've grown from the 6 nurseries that Oxford, Swindon and Gloucester set up about 7-8 years ago, and with the acquisition of Busy Bees and more recent acquisitions from a number of places around the country, we now sit, as of June the 1st, with 50 nurseries. The key for us, though, is not the numbers. The key for us is to drive for the quality that the parents demand and that the children deserve. But we do see a future growth for the Cooperative Childcare. We see this as a business where values matter, but we see it also as a business that can be profitable within the values-based business that we have. At the moment, we'll be focusing on a core rectangle in the heart of England, and we will be looking to acquire nurseries, probably that are already operating, in order that we can add value, we can improve the quality of the care that we have, and we can improve the environment that the children experience. The big agenda point for 2013 really has been the announcement by the government of changes to the childcare sector and the early years sector generally. There's been reviews going on over the last couple of years, Professor Nutbrown particularly doing a review of the early years sector and making proposals to the government which they've responded upon this year. One of the things that's grabbed most of the headlines is talk about the change in ratios for children. And this is really something that we are concerned about. I've met with Elizabeth Truss on a couple of occasions to give our views on this. And while we're broadly supportive of most of what the government has announced, particularly in terms of raising the educational standards of those that provide the early years childcare, we are concerned about the changes in childcare ratios, and it's not something that we will be looking to implement. While we do believe that there should be extra flexibility in ratios and the arrangements in the rooms, that ratio flexibility should be very controlled, and with the wholesale change from proposed by the government from 1 to 3 to 1 to 4 for babies and 1 to 4 to 1 to 6 for 2-year-olds, we don't believe that we can deliver, or any provider can deliver, the right quality of childcare. So we won't be supporting that move, and we have demonstrated that to the government in recent months. One of the other keys that's been going on is about the qualification levels of our colleagues, and we are putting a great store by investing in the development of our teams in the nurseries. It's important that we recruit the right people. We're looking for all of our colleagues to have English and Maths GCSE level C or above, but we'll also be looking to develop them in childcare understanding and knowledge. And we have set the target that all of our colleagues in the next 3 years will be qualified to NVQ level 3 or higher. We're looking to get all of our nursery managers qualified to degree level, and we are also looking for the EYTS qualification, the new teaching standard, to be developed across our nurseries so that we can actually deliver that great quality of early education and teaching that particularly preschool children do deserve. We have looked at funding, because funding is a very important part of how parents can afford to pay for childcare. Because of the ratios, because of the high investment and legislation there is rightly in this sector, it is an expensive thing. And we are talking to politicians from all parties about how parents can best be funded to support an affordable and great quality childcare, and we will continue to lobby on our parents' behalf. Suffice to say that the country does have some big decisions to make. As I mentioned previously, there are studies that prove that early years childcare and early education has a significant effect on the longer term of children's development, and if we can get this right so that more children can experience great quality childcare, this can only benefit the country. So I really do think this will be a big discussion point in the coming months and years in the lead up to the 2015 election nationally. We are looking as a cooperative to invest in the nurseries that we acquire. And we've given some photo examples here in the presentation of some of the settings that we've been investing in over the last 12 months. It really is heartening to see some of the experiences that the children have now in the refurbished gardens and nursery rooms with the improved resources based on our learning strategies that we've been able to develop. There's been a lot of investment. It isn't cheap, but it's something that we're in for the long term, and we believe investing in the best quality is a very good investment in terms of payback for our business and in terms of children's experience. Always the number one priority in any childcare setting is about the safeguarding of our children, and that is of utmost importance when we design all of our nursery settings and train all of our staff who are all fully trained in safeguarding to spot issues that children may be undergoing and to make sure that we operate ourselves in a safe way. Ofsted are the government body who will check on that every 4 years. We will be inspected by Ofsted, but more than that, we have our own internal inspection programme that checks that all of our nurseries are of the required standard, and where things maybe need to be improved, we've got a team of quality experts that will go into the nursery to help demonstrate things to the colleagues in that nursery and just improve things or give them pointers and put together training programmes where they're required. In terms of early years funding, it's quite exciting this year with the announcement by the government last year of the improved 2-year-old funding. So 20% of 2-year-olds will be getting funded places for 15 hours a week, 38 weeks of the year from September, and that will be increasing to 40% from next year. So big demand in increasing 2-year-old places, and that will be a great excitement for us as we welcome more children into our settings. The 3- and 4-year-old funding will continue. And that is a fantastic opportunity at our preschools for children to prepare for going into the reception class. We've got a couple of really quite exciting learning and development initiatives, particularly around outdoor play and our CIT strategy, because children need to burn off energy, they need to develop their motor skills, and it's important that we give them a fantastic outdoor environment that they can experience regularly throughout the day to develop those skills. It's also important in this modern world where technology will play a part, that technology supports the learning that children have in the nursery experience. We're also looking to develop the IT strategy, and we think that's important in this modern high-tech world to support children's learning, even as young as 3 and 4 years old. And while we don't wish to overdo that, and it's important to have a balance of more physical play, more hands-on sand play and water play and listening and storytelling and general play with their friends, it is important that they understand this, and children do actually pick this up very quickly, and it's part of them developing their understanding of technology. So we are working very much with experts in the field to develop a great strategy for learning in our technological field. In terms of the audits that I mentioned, we have a Going for Gold routine where all nurseries will be inspected every year by our internal Ofsted employed inspector, and they will be audited every year against the Ofsted levels and our own internal cooperative standards. Nutrition is important. We provide all of our parents and children with understanding of what the nutrition requirements are, and we are audited to the School Food Trust level. So you can guarantee that when your children are looked after in our nurseries, they will be getting only the best quality of food, delivered freshly every week and cooked daily by our trained cooks and chefs. We have a standard menu that rotates on a 3-weekly basis, and we also change that twice a year. So the spring-summer menu's just come out, and the winter and autumn menu will be coming out later in the year, just to give variety and excitement, because it's important to develop children's understanding of food and what's good for them, but also to give them variety. Resources are important, making sure we have the best quality toys that not only develop the child's learning, but also are fun to play with and last. So we very much focus on wood, on high quality toys, and that's certainly what we're looking to invest in going forward. And in terms of the buildings, the environment's important, having the right environment that a child can learn in, the right size rooms, the right access to outdoor play is very important to us, and that's certainly something that we will be continuing to invest in over the coming years. Training and development of our colleagues is of utmost importance. There has been a unfortunate tradition over the last number of years where childcare in early years has been perhaps not had the status that teaching has had in primary schools and secondary schools, and we want people to actively choose to build a career in the early years sector, and to that end we are investing very much in people doing qualifications, in building the status of the sector, and in doing degree qualifications which allow them to really build a career. It's also an advantage, as we open more nurseries, that we have more opportunities so that room leaders can become deputy managers, and deputy managers can become managers, perhaps by moving between different nurseries. And the clustering that we have as we fill in more nurseries into areas really gives us a great opportunity for people to view early years childcare as a career and not just as something that they do because they can't get into hairdressing, which has perhaps been a tradition amongst some people over the years. And we can really start to value the calibre of the great childcare work that is being done. One of the things that we are a little concerned about in our nurseries is the lack of men that are coming into the sector. And we have made it a mission over the next 12 months to try to get a male practitioner into every single one of our nurseries. Currently only 3% of our practitioners in our nurseries are male. And nationwide, that's even worse, it's 2%. And this is something we don't think is good. Particularly boys need male role models. There are often children at home who don't have a male role model at home. And while they're at our nurseries, the input they can get from a male practitioner is of significant importance, and particularly the different skills that are brought. It's important that we address this in schools, that we talk about people choosing the right courses, and we demonstrate to our males that actually they can build a career. It is going to be something that's going to be valued by society, and it really is important for our children. And then we've put together a little video for you just to sort of inspire some of the thoughts that maybe can help some more males to consider a career in childcare. One of the key differences of being in a cooperative nursery is that we are owned by our parents. We share the profits with our parents twice a year, but also we want to democratically involve the parents in the running of our nurseries. We're looking to set up a national parents forum where parents can have input into the policies, processes and procedures that we operate. And we're also looking more locally to get input from parents about what they like about their nursery, things they would like to change, and so on. So it's important to have your say, and that's what we value very much in our nurseries. We're looking to encourage volunteering. Our parents often come to us and say that they would love to come in and volunteer and spend some time with their children when they have some spare time to add some skills. They may be particularly good at knitting, they may be particularly good at gardening, some things that can really add value and experience to the children's day. We've pulled together a policy on that and we'll be welcoming parents' input in the coming months and years. We're also keen on supporting community projects, so if anybody has any ideas of where our colleagues can spend time during the week, perhaps helping children read in a local school or painting a wall at the local scout hut. We allow all our colleagues to do up to 3 days paid for by Midcounties Co-operative to support local community projects. We feel that's something that's important as a cooperative. We are part of the community, we're owned by our members who are part of the community, so it's important we give something back. We support charities nationally. And this year, Teenage Cancer Trust will be benefiting. We have got targets of £250,000 for this year to raise for Teenage Cancer Trust, and that's something we're very much supporting in cooperative childcare. Obviously, quite a few of our new colleagues come into us as teenagers. They understand the impact that this can have, and it's really a charity that's resonating very strongly with us. And if you do see any tins or any charity collections going on around the nurseries, please do support, because it's a fantastic charity that does wonderful things in hospitals for very vulnerable people at a difficult time of their lives. In order that we can explain some of the values, the democracy, the openness, the equality and the social responsibility on which Midcounties is founded, to very young children, we have invented some characters that help to explain things to the children. These characters are called the Little Pioneers: Ping, Ebbo, Alice, Charlie and Ella. They demonstrate through the way they behave and things that they say some of the behaviours, so that we can explain some of these slightly complex ideas to very young children. We've come up with songs, and we've come up with stories, and we really get to know them and make these children come alive in our nurseries. And I want to show you a little film now that explains a little bit about how we put this across to our children.
We let everybody talk and have their say. Have their say. We let everybody talk and have their say.
We show democracy here in Swindon by involving parents. We took opinions from parents on board, and we've now had a beautiful garden made. The children love it.
Thank you, Ella.
Democracy here for us as a team means that all our opinions are taken on board, everyone has a view and everyone's voice is heard.
We tell each other nicely how we feel.
We believe that openness is about letting everyone have their say and getting really involved in what they want to see in their nursery.
It's very important to be open within childcare because you can't keep secrets and things like that.
Maybe Charlie's having a day off from nursery. He might have gone swimming with his mummy and daddy.
He doesn't have a mummy and daddy, he's too big for it.
We know everyone is special, so am I.
Talking about the equality, you know, the world's such a diverse place, and you've got to make sure that every child and every family feels accepted and valued.
We care about each other and the world.
And the world.
We care about each other and the world.
And the world.
We care about each other. Care about each other.
All colleagues here have got so much passion for social responsibility. We hand-reared some chickens and we've managed to keep a few here, which the children have helped look after and bring up. We also do composting, which the cook also gets involved in, and the children also do so as well. The children are really enthusiastic about growing their own fruit and vegetables. They get the cook involved who helps them dig them up. She then goes through the process with the children about cooking them, preparing them for their meals, and this allows the children to see the progress from raw vegetables to the cooked with what they're eating.
We join in and play together all as one.
All as one.
We join in and play together all as one.
Good morning, the Co-operative Childcare. Rachel speaking, can I help?
Cooperation here is basically the fact that we all work together. Everybody at head office, everyone in the nurseries, our parents, our children, that's what it means to us. If you need help with something, you know there's always someone around to support you. Not only is there such good communication between the staff at head office, there's also a hotline direct to us here that our nurseries, our parents, and anyone can use really to get in touch with us.
Thanks for listening to some of the exciting things that we've got going on in the cooperative childcare and some of the things that are happening in the sector generally. If you'd like to know more, please do visit our website on thecooperativeChildcare.co.uk. We give you more details about our individual nurseries and give you the opportunity to arrange show-arounds for you to come and see a little bit more in person about what we've got planned coming up in our nurseries. It really is an exciting time, and we want to provide the best care for your children. So please do look on our website and arrange to come and see us. I look forward to seeing you soon.